To the best of my ability, I will introduce each of these in kind. Actually, I would like you to mention a few shows, each of you to mention the shows that you work on that these guys would know. And we'll start with Dana down at the end since we got cut off before he started now. But he's chatting, so we'll come back.
I'm ready.
Dana Snyder.
Hello. Wait, what are we doing? Say what we're doing. That's
Shows that you work on. Talk about your...
I do Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And Granny and Squidbillies. And the Alchemists and the Venture Brothers. Chowder. Gazpacho. That's it. My voicemails. I do my own voicemail.
And John.
Hi. Alright, so let me figure out this. Alright, Futurama. Let's see. Ben, alright, let's see. Cartoon Network. Ben 10. Adventure Time with Finn and Jake. Chowder, of course.
Rada, 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 rada.
Disney, I've done some Phineas and Ferb stuff, and the new Kick Patowski show on there. Most recently, Batman Brave and the Bold. Most recently, Batman Under the Red Hood is the Joker, which was
And there's probably 200 more on IMDb.
Yeah, whatever, Joker anyway. Go ahead. Yeah, what else? Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, sure. Impossible.
Toward the end of the panel, I'm going to give y'all a link that you can go to actually tomorrow because I'm still working on the article, but a link you can go to and you can find out about each one of these guys, what they're working on, and so forth. So I will announce that at the end of the panel. Phil.
Oh yeah, here's a war. Yes.
I do voices on Futurama. I play Ollie Williams, the Angry Red Man. Samurai Jack. Voice of John Stewart on Justice League. And of course, Static Shock. No one knows. Oh, well, I thought there's a voice over there. Just doing the voice.
George, yes, please.
Yeah, sure. Wait a minute.
George Lowe, everybody.
Man, first off, my middle name is not Harold. So you wiki folks out there who fix that shit, it's Edward. It's not Harold. If I'm wearing a jacket and a nice shirt this year, if somebody could put a better picture on for Mom, she would thank you for that. The pin is a gift from the NYPD. What am I doing? I do cartoons. I don't have Phil's career. Right now I can't get the line, I just shot Marvin in the head. I can't get that out of my head. I channel things at inappropriate times. Right, Romano and Brad Garrett, right? Good.
Okay, the doctor's out of the room, Robert. Do the thing.
Raymond, I know nothing about performing a colonoscopy.
Well, you got the squirrel out of the gutter with a hose. What do you want from me?
Additionally, I'm tired. I'm glad to be here. I'm going to my best friend on earth, Billy West, who, while we were in prison in Turkey, was actually my wife.
The vapor. How's everybody? I wanted to ask Johnny. Johnny, am I on Justice League?
Yes. No, you're on Batman Brave and the Bold. Yes. You are Booster Gold's robot companion. Skeets.
Oh, Skeets.
Skeets.
So I work with you.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes. I guess so. They put that protective shield up every time we work together.
I filled my John quota for the month. No, thank you for being here. This is our favorite stuff to do, and I'm thanking the entire audience for bringing the show back, Futurama. You guys brought it back. And that's straight from the heart from all of us. You know, we were just thrilled to go back to work, and you know, we're working on it. You know, greasing the wheels here, there. But yeah, I guess what I did Beanie and Cecil in 1988. I played Cecil the C6 Sea Serpent. A show that lasted for about 5 episodes before it hit the dumpster at ABC. After that, there was, I was in radio with Howard Stern for a long time. Yeah. Hey, Robin, I just farted. Nobody gets cable satellite. Okay. And then, let's see, there was Ren and Stimpy in there. I corrupted a couple of generations, I'm told. Yeah, and then, let's see, I did Doug for Nickelodeon.
People don't believe that I did that voice, but I did. And I did the bad kid too, Roger Klotz. If you don't like it, vote for this.
And,
I don't think he actually said that, Billy.
no,
so
I didn't.
take that one back.
He's grown up now. He can say anything he wants. Vote no on question 2. So, yeah, and then the opportunity came to audition for Matt Groening. There was 200 guys in the room, 300 maybe that came in afterwards, and they were looking at everybody for these character parts, and I said, God, I'd love to work with Matt, you know. Honest to God, he's intimidatingly talented and great. So we auditioned, and I got a call to do some voices on the show, and then it became, it was Zoidberg and Professor. I auditioned for Bender, but I had like, let it go. Well, let me think. No, it was like a construction worker, you know, like, where do you want these fried? You know, because like Jackson Beck sort of thing. But Johnny comes in, and he just nails it, like, because he sounded like a punch-drunk fighter. Come on, put up your dukes, baby, I'm gonna tear you up. You know, it's real classic in a way, and nobody else ever thought of it, but he did was, it's like the old fight movies, you know, in the 40s. I want a shot at the champ. Just give me a shot at the champ. You want a champ. What's the matter? Ah! Yeah. So, and let's see, I did Woody Woodpecker for 4 years on Fox. I'm just giving you my whole resume.
You can go to his website, billywest.com.
You got 4 hours?
And play it.
Hi, I'm C. Martin Croker, and but most of what I've worked on has been limited to Cartoon Network, Adult Swim shows.
I was Zorak on Space Ghost.
I was Moltar too, but few people know that, so kind of keep that under your hat.
I also worked on The Brack Show, doing Zorak on that show, and a bunch of monsters, villains, like other ne'er-do-wells. Also worked on Aqua Teen, and also did designs and animation for these shows as well. But on Aqua Teen, I did Dr. Weird. And Steve, his assistant, which is just kind of a Dawsfuller ripoff. But, and also did some voices for Perfect Hair Forever. Yeah! So I was the young man on that show. Sort of like that. And also some other stuff that's coming up that, you know, I don't want to jinx it. So.
Still a secret a little bit.
bastard.
Oh,
Spit it out.
well, I don't want you to get mad, George, so.
So, that's about it for now. So, oh, and Assy McGee, I did some voices for that. Storyboarded the arsonist episode of that, which was the most controversial one, which I'm happy to say. It's the only time that I've ever gotten out old issues of Hustler and Gallery to actually do storyboards for Cartoon Network. So, couldn't pass that up.
Yeah, storyboards.
Yeah.
We got to work on some storyboards.
And, yeah. And my hand didn't cramp at all. And, I guess I'll pass it on down.
Last but certainly not least, my name is Bob Carter. Anybody here from Atlanta? Locals? I'm on every morning, Dave FM, I'm Carter. I'm the one that gets your work safe and sound, but I'm also in Dragon Ball Z, Bojack. Anybody grow up on Dragon Ball Z? I'm Bojack. Bojack Unbound. Any Street Fighter fans here? I'm Balrog.
Say goodnight, Joe.
I'm also a lot of the elites, the Marines, and the grunts that you kill in Halo. And what else? Blast Rider, Samurai 7. Any fans of anime here? Samurai 7? Gorbei Katayama, I'm the entertainer. Yes, you boy, I'm calling you up here. What else? A lot of anime, a lot of fun stuff from Funimation, video games. I have been a long-time fan of these gentlemen up here, as many of you are, and so I am very fortunate to actually take that next step to finally join this pantheon of iconic titans. And I'm very excited to be up here on the same stage. You're playing Halo, you're Master Chief, and I'm the Marines.
All right. Yes, it's me, Master Shake. Here I am in Halo Town, blowing these guys away right in their face.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
No, you're gonna die. Ha-ha,
What are you doing? You're shooting me up. Same team. Same team.
Straight left.
Get to the hog. Get to the hog.
You should have gave me those ore particles I needed earlier to upgrade my helmet and gun.
Oh, they're everywhere.
You'll all pay the price for my rage. Die.
Very soothing rhythmic thing with his leg, this kind of motion bobbing. It was soothing to me, like a Maytag washer that you lean against. If you could, I was hoping you could start that leg thing again because I was frankly enjoying it.
I'm so glad you interrupted me next. I'm so glad you enjoyed my restless legs.
I've actually had everything jostled out of my pockets. It's all everything from our pockets is all under this. He's going to scoop it all up before he gets out of here.
Man, I don't even watch.
Everybody's like, I didn't know they had earthquakes in Atlanta. What's going on?
I'm gonna have to become a political panel moderator and give them. You have 30 seconds, Mr. LaMarr.
Well, I believe there was some kind of a sensitive, heartfelt moment. Go ahead, Fred.
I'm sorry. I've been a voice actor fan since I was very young. Cartoons are like my earliest memory in front of the theme songs that are related to that.
Well, yeah, apparently it's all over the internets. No, it was at Comic-Con a couple of years ago, and I'm a big Jet fan. Any New York Jets?
They got that Mexican fella behind the center there. Come on, that dirty Sanchez. Come on now.
But I was in San Diego, and the San Diego Chargers have a really, really awful theme song, and it's like just completely disco-licious and San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Superchargers. We're coming your way. I don't even think that Philip Rivers is gay. Yeah, no, it's so bad. It's like they might as well break out a bunch of disco balls in the stadium when they play.
I had disco balls once.
Did you get a lotion for that or what?
Special salves and unguents had to be applied.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. That was awesome.
Before we I'm hosting another panel after this in the animation room, Dunwoody, with Bob actually joining me for that one. So, but yeah, we're just gonna have fun and give away some free stuff. So if you want to come, and it'll be fun. Anyway, but again, the political panel commentator. Each of you, 2 minutes.
April of 2011. I think that's when that's coming out. Of course, there's more Futuramas. There's going to be more Adventure Time with Finn and Jake. Yeah, we just got picked up for another season, so that's going to be fun.
Is the dude that's dressed? He is.
Yeah, I
Stand
see.
up.
I see Finn back there. I see Finn back there. What time is it? Yay! You guys are drunk. There's another show I'm doing at all the stuff that's going on at Cartoon Network. Really fun stuff. I'm doing a show called Problem Solvers, where I play a character named Tux Dog, a very wealthy dog. That speaks like this. Well, hello, I'm Tux Dog. It's very silly. Gosh, what else? Batman Brave and the Bold. There's more of those coming up. So that's good. Yeah, there'll be more Aquaman for outrageous. And God, yeah, somebody just went. Oh God, thanks. He did it. He did the Aquaman. Thank you. And what else? Gosh, I guess there's other stuff. I just can't think of it right now. But just you'll hear me. You'll be in the other room and be like. Yeah, that's it.
What's coming up? I got Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I'll be doing the voice of Jarvis. Not bald Jarvis. I'm doing the artificial intelligence Iron Man movie type of Jarvis. So he's younger and handsomer, yet invisible. More Futurama, more Family Guy. It's so hard in voiceover when someone asks you, what are you working on? So, do you mean what's going to air in the next 2 months? Or do you mean the stuff that I'm working on right now that's not going to air for a year?
Yeah.
These guys do so much. I mean, every time I interview one of these guys, they never know what's coming up because they do so much.
And also, sometimes you do it, and they'll just hold on to it. And you don't know when they're actually going to air. Oh,
Sometimes you can't talk about it, non-disclosure agreements.
Oh, God.
And there's some great projects we love to talk about, but we can't talk about it. So you have to...
Called NDAs.
Yes, Young Justice, I think I can finally now talk about.
Yeah.
Back before I was allowed to talk about it. But I'm also doing Aquaman, so you got 2 Aquaman. And this fall, I will be in New York playing the role of Cowboy Curtis in the Pee Wee Herman show.
George.
The coast, you name it, and I'm all over Canada. Go figure. God bless Canada. The Canadians can't get enough of me. So,
Canada's Mexico.
every now and then, the icing on the cake, I hear from Seth Green, and Seth will go, do funny voices, and I get to run do Robot Chicken, which is great. And I always feel like I should give Seth back the money. I'm like, you ought to keep it, because I'm getting acting lessons, you know, in cartoon. Clay and I were there. We're not formally trained guys. We're guys who just, you know, we did goofy voices in school. I had a knife to my throat when I was a senior in high school. Somebody reminded me of that. No, a junior. Actually had a guy put a knife to my throat because apparently one of the voices clicked. And he wanted me to stop them. I swear to God, there but for the grace of the big guy and my pain management guy last year. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the 2 of them. Yeah, it's been, we had a little thing last September with a blood clot. I'm glad to be with you this time. So it's that was it. And get this. Thank you. this will kill you. My pain management guy was a big fan of our show. Yeah, I'm going, shit, now I got the bottom third of the graduated class. Perfect. What, the morphine's not working? How about some Vicodin? How about some Toradol? How about some Xanaflex? How about some Ultram? How about some Darvocet? How about some Duodin?
I'm gonna be this doctor.
Yeah, I'll hook you up. And the only other thing going on, I don't want to cut anybody else's time. The other thing that I'm doing a whole lot of, God bless them, FX, a new show called The League, where I get to sound like the NFL Films guy, and they're like, "Can you sound like the NFL Films guy?" And I'm like, "Lower your voice a major third." 4th and 10. In comes the quarterback, Bob Durkin. Suddenly breaks his fist on the play. Throws for 12,000 yards. It's a Jewish woman in the eye. Kills the concession guy with a bucket of hot dogs. And they're like, "You've got it." So that's it. Thank you, guys.
That was a phenom, you know? I mean, it hardly ever happens, and we couldn't scream and yell about it. And so this network of fans, everybody just kind of bombarded Fox, I guess it was. And so here we are again, and thanks. I'm working on a show. It's going to be on Cartoon Network. It's called Mongo World Wrestling Alliance. And it's a wrestling cartoon. And I get to play, I don't play one of the wrestlers, I play their manager, like this impresario guy named Johnny DeBose. And he's like a gorgeous, you know, queen, but he's got long silver hair, and he's kind of built up for an old geezer. And all he does is scream at people, and the fangs are popping. I've never done those kind of things before. I think. Yes. Yes, it is. He's very funny, but I mean, it's going to be on. It's very funny, and it's close to the edge as you can get. And what else do I have coming up? I got to buy some water
on your pilot.
Pardon me?
Your pilot.
November.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be on in November. I didn't tell you
What's the name?
Mongo World Wrestling Alliance.
No.
What?
Your pilot.
My pilot? Oh, no. Look, that was a gutter ball.
It's fun to watch, though.
It is fun to watch, but, you know, everybody's scared. We like him, but, you know, that's what they tell you. What's his redeeming quality? And so he doesn't have any.
No.
And they're like, well, we have no use for a character like that. We want another Simpsons. I mean, even the powers that be told Matt Groening, Futurama, that's great, but we want another Simpsons. You know, and he told me that story, and it was like, these people are nutty.
So you think if you put another set of family sitting in front of a couch with a son who disobeys, that it will make $1 billion?
Family Guy.
Yes, but that son is not, he doesn't disobey. He's just fat.
But you have a video clip, though, on your website, right?
Yeah, there's a video clip.
BillyWest.com.
Billy Bastard.
Oh, and George, you also have Stories with Uncle George tomorrow? Is it?
That's Sunday.
Or Sunday.
Sunday.
Play.
The whole non-disclosure thing kind of enters the picture here, but I am doing a lot of designing on different shows right now. We're working on new Aqua Teens. We just aired the 100th episode of Aqua Teen a couple of months ago. If you saw that, I actually was going to do the voice of the 100 monster, but I did animate it. I got bumped by Triumph, basically. Yeah, Mr. Smigel gave me the boot. But I also animated the Booyah Scooby-Doo monster for that, and the Tabitha Scooby-Doo gal for that show as well. Let's see, what else am I?
Got a panel tomorrow.
Yeah, there's got panels coming up. I'm doing more Bizarro Saturday morning shows at the Plaza, and we're actually doing a special edition of that tomorrow in the Dunwoody room at the Hyatt at 4 o'clock. So, come by and check out some really weird cartoons and commercials. And let's see, what else? Got some comic stuff going on, which also not really at liberty to talk about yet. So, yeah, boy.
Little piece of trivia. Those of you
This table self-destructed.
who've been to Stone Mountain Park, Clay animated the.
Yeah, I used to work at the laser show, like. So,
You're up in Stone Mountain. I appreciate what you did.
if you've ever seen the carving come to life and like come off the mountain, I actually animated that. So I animated that 20 years ago, but I took so much time with it that they'll never replace it. So that's about it.
Congratulations. Like, as someone who grew up in Stone Mountain and went to the laser show 4 or 5 nights a week, I can say I truly appreciate your work, sir. First and foremost, I'm getting married in a couple of months to October 23rd, a lovely voice talent, equally as talented, dare I say better than me. The lovely September Day in the back of the room, who is pregnant with my love child. Thank you very much. Let's see, some of the things that I cannot talk about. A couple of video games that I'm sure you know. I mean, it's the other greatest fighting game ever in the history of the world. It's not Street Fighter, but it's another fighting game.
Mario Brothers.
Very proud of that one. You know, a new animated series, Solace Amongst Nightmares. Actually, it's making its debut this weekend at DragonCon, so you might see the producers wandering around, dropping magnets, promotional material, that sort of thing. Feel free to pick up some of the magnets and check it out. It's great. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Some other animation projects. I can't talk about a few of them. I'm sorry, guys. It's that whole NDA thing that creeps in. Anyway,
We're being
thank you
thrown
very
out,
much.
and I've got to get to another panel. Thank you all for coming.